Hello, animal lovers and gamers everywhere. My name is Mega Animal Doctor, and happy Labor Day, everybody! Woo! Today, I thought it would be really cool to just do like a one-off episode of a game that I've played for quite a bit. It's called Who Wants to Live a Million Years? And the basic idea behind this is, well, actually, I'll show you along the way. But I figured this would be a really cool one-off, again, just to get back to the original roots of the channel, which was to educate about animals and also just have some fun playing a game. So, let's get started. Hello, I'm Charles Darwin, British naturalist. My observations have led me to formulate the theory of natural selection, which I believe is the engine that drives evolution. Make a selection above to learn about this process and see how species evolve. So, we could learn more about natural selection here, but I'm going to let you guys do that for yourself, because I bet you don't want to hear me talk about that for a while. I'm going to let you guys explore this section of the game yourself, but, you know, this is basically kind of the thing. Yeah, this is kind of the idea behind that. But you guys can see more of this in the link below. I'm going to put the link to this game in the description below so you guys can play it for yourself. There's also a quiz just to test your knowledge and a biography of Charles Darwin right here. Oh, and a glossary of terms, apparently, and some credits of the game. But that doesn't really matter, because what we're really in for here is Who Wants to Live a Million Years? Welcome to Who Wants to Live a Million Years, the game show based on my rules of natural selection. Your species will have to survive a changing and sometimes cruel environment. Let's get started. Let's experiment with a theoretical species that has a remarkably diverse range of traits. You will choose individuals to create a population. Your goal is to establish a viable evolutionary lineage. So, basically the idea behind the theory of evolution, for those of you guys who somehow haven't heard of the theory of evolution, is that, and not everybody supports this theory, and that's totally fine. If you don't, fine, I respect that. But this is the theory that I personally do believe in, just personally. And this is a theory that is very widely believed in across the world. So the theory of evolution is that species have certain traits, and the traits that help a species survive will spread on to the next generation of offspring. And meanwhile, the species that doesn't, the traits that don't help a species survive will either not really, will spread on to the next offspring because they're like neutral and they don't do anything, or they'll kill the species off in the long run. Or they'll spread to the next generation and then kill the species, ultimately. So it just depends on the genes that will help an animal survive. And part of that has to do with something called fitness, where a certain gene, strength, smarts, anything really, is passed on to an animal if it really helps it, is passed on to the next generation of offspring if it really helps it survive, basically. So that's kind of the idea behind this, is we have to find the traits that will help this species of bird survive. And we want it to live to a million years. Okay, starter population. Select 3 variants to begin the game. The traits you choose will affect your species' chance of survival, depending on the environment they will face. A little hint, diversity can ensure survival against even the harshest elements. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the bird with the longest legs, I'm going to choose the bird with the furriest body, and I'm going to choose the bird with the longest neck, and we'll see where this goes. You've made your selections. Now as the environment changes, the animals with traits most suited to the new environment will thrive. Your goal? Help your species survive the next 1 million years. So let's go. At any point in this process, you may use one of your 2 life preservers. Don't use them up too quickly, you may need one later on. Ready for your first environmental challenge? Totally. Let's start the game. Okay, so the birds are spreading. Oh, look at that! They're so varied! The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Oh, and the hungry predator is invading the area. Remember, you can use a life preserver at any time to pause the game and make a selection. Well, I think I'm good here. I'm going to try not using life preservers, because I don't think they're going to help much. Oh, gosh. Oh, I see, they're getting longer legs. Oh. Is it just me, or is it getting hot in here? I think we may be entering a period of global warming. Remember, you can use a life preserver at any time to pause the game and make a selection. I think I'm going to have to use a life preserver. Just one. How about this guy? Okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, that did not help at all. What? Bad news! A deadly virus is quickly spreading through your species. It's a cataclysmic event. Unfortunately, there's no time to use a life preserver. Gosh darn it! Hopefully your species can survive. I love how there was only one individual species left, and then, boom, he's gone. Well, I just lost that one. You're not a survivor. Too bad. The recent disaster has crippled your population. It didn't wipe you out, but when a species has dwindled in size, any small problem can lead to extinction. Yeah, that didn't. Whoops. My bad. Alright, let's try again. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy. So, boop, boop, and a boop. Again, let's see how this goes. This might not end very well at all, but that's alright. Whoa! Okay. Run for cover. The volcano's erupting. It's a cataclysmic event. Unfortunately, there's no time to use a life preserver. Ah, crud. Hopefully your species can survive. Yep, let's hope for the best. Oh, look at them! They're prospering! Oh, look at them! Oh, they made it through. Is it just me or is it getting hot in here? Oh, okay. Global warming. Crap. Oh. Don't tell me they're getting fur. Oh. The heat is a killer. Your species found that out when they overheated under all that fur. Care to start again from the beginning? Well, that wouldn't have been an issue if they hadn't evolved fur in the middle of a heat stroke. Like, that wouldn't have been a problem, but whatever, you know, sure, we'll go with that, I guess. Oh boy. Oh, I want camouflage, I want long legs and neck. And I don't know anything else. I think let's just use that guy and hope for the best here. Yep, let's see how this goes. Up-a-dip-a-doo-dip-a-doo. Oh, it's a predator. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Oh boy. Hip-a-doo-ba-doo. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, the horror. Your species just didn't have the long, quick legs and stripes to avoid the nasty claws of those predators. Yes, they did! I specifically gave them those... whatever. Would you like to start from the beginning? Yep, let's try this again. Yeah, sorry, I just thought this would be a really entertaining one-off, because I've loved this game for quite a few years. I don't know when I first found it, but it was on the Animal Planet website for a while, and then I had to only play it on the Science Channel, and now it's on this obscure website, Olo Games. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but anyway. Long legs, stripes. Let's not do fur. Let's just do this guy. Okay. So flop. Okay, the long legs of these guys better pay off here. Come on. Yay! Oh no. Oh, there's no time. Yes, there is. See? Oh. Yeah, no, see, I can use a life preserver if I wanted to. Whatever. But they survived! Aww. It's getting colder. Brr, it's getting colder. Some animals will die off if they can't stay warm. Of course, the one time I don't pick warm fur. Remember, you can use a life preserver at any time to pause the game and make a selection. I need to pick a warm fur guy. Some of the fat ones that just, like, have barely any fur. Oh. Yay! Wow, your species survived for 1,000,000 years. Who knows? One day their descendants could rule the planet. I hope you gain some insight into how natural selection works. Care to try again? Yep, sure. I'll try again. Let's see if I can win one more time. And this is going to be a shorter episode than usual because this is basically all the game is. But it's just I don't know. I have a nostalgic connection with this game. It's adorable. It's nice. It's cool. And I've always loved games like these. You know. So yeah. I really hope I did a fairly good job at explaining natural selection, because otherwise I'm going to feel really stupid. Yay, they prospered through that. That's good. Oh god, it's getting hot. Please don't let them get warm fur. You gave them warm fur. You suck, game. Ugh, I should have just used a light preserver there. I should have gone with my gut, but I didn't. So whatever. Okay, screw it. Okay. Oh no, it's a predator! I'm so scared. Probably the ones with stripes are going to die off, and then the ones with stripes are going to... Yeah, that's the majority of the species now. Good, alright. Thank goodness. Thank you. I appreciate you actually... Wait. What? Sorry, your species just couldn't stay warm in this cold, harsh environment. If they had their own fur coats, they might have fared better. That's why I chose the furred birds. That's why I chose that. Come on. I chose that. Whatever. You know, whatever. I'm over it. And then stripes. I'm not using I'm not getting warm fur because I have a feeling that that's gonna bite me in the butt in a couple of minutes. Oh no, a predator! I'm so scared. I don't have the means to defend myself. Oh, well, apparently I didn't. I guess you need both stripes and long legs. Crud. See, this is hard. You know, it's hard for a species to be able to find enough, you know, most of it ultimately... Actually, no, this is stupid. Uh, can I not undo that? Oh well, my bad. If I screwed this up, then it's my own fault. Yeah, I think I screwed this up. Yeah, I really screwed it up bad. Alright, hang on. I need a life preserver here. Oh no. Oh, I can use more mutations. No. 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 You're not giving me what I need, guys. These all have fur. Oh, crud. I'm gonna die of heat stroke. Oh. Am I not? Oh. Can I actually survive this? Nope. Crud. This time Darwin didn't even have anything to say about that. But the problem is the majority of these kinds of evolutionary traits are just genetic mistakes. Because, you know, there are these things called mutations, which are basically mistakes in your DNA, and they can be positive, they can be neutral, or they can be negative. And if it's negative, it could kill off your entire species. If it's positive, it could help you prosper even more. And if it's neutral, it could be either or, really. A delicious fruit has begun to grow on tall stalks in your habitat. Are your animals tall enough? Remember, you can use a life preserver at any time to pause the game and make a selection. Whoa, whoa, whoa! My species is really prospering here. Whoa, when did that happen? Do they need both? Do they need stripes too? I'll just do stripes just in case. Oh, the stripes didn't help. Come on. That's just sad. That's just stupid. Yeah. Problem is you need the right mutation to help your species survive, and that's a bit of a problem. Okay. Boop, boop, a doop, boop, a doo, 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 doo. The birds are growing, and they've got long necks to eat the fruit on the stalks. Do, 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 do. My species is somehow prospering. I don't know how. Well, now I need fur, so I'll just get it from here. There we go. Hopefully that'll help. Maybe it won't. Nope, didn't. Great. Just great. This is fun. Anyway. Let's see. Boop a doop. Let's just do it. Why not, right? You win this game like 1 out of every 10 times you play it, which is kind of sad, but, you know, what can you really do? Aww. You're so cool. Okay, this should work. For one, yes, thank you. You actually gave me fur when I need it. Good. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna use a life preserver just in case here. This might not end well for me. Okay, sweet. Yay! I did it! Okay, so actually let's just go into the natural selection thing here to just explain how it works. Part 1. Every species exhibits variations. Not all members within a species are exactly the same. Individuals frequently exhibit variations in color, size, strength, etc. Some variations are subtle, others can be more extreme. And these variations, however subtle, can ultimately help or harm a species, or do nothing at all to the species and just kind of be there. So, yeah. Part 2. Many traits are passed from their parents to their offspring. You can see how this happens just by looking in the mirror. You may have inherited your mother's eye color or your father's height. So click to breed the pair. I will do that. Boom. So as you can see, it inherited the father's feathers and the mother's beak and eyes. The father's color and the mother's beak and eyes. So ultimately, your genes have 46 chromosomes in them. You get 23 from both parents. And so technically there's really no genes that are really your own. It's all just your parents' genes that combine to make you an individual. That's kind of how that works. Part 3. Life in the wild is competitive, and organisms with the most beneficial traits will prosper. This is commonly known as survival of the fittest. If an organism is born with traits that help it survive or attract mates, it will likely produce more offspring than rivals without those traits. Eventually, beneficial traits can spread throughout a species. And so that's why competition can't really be in place, because if two species are in competition, eventually one of them is going to go extinct because they're going to run out of resources. So, and then it says play the survival game here. So let's do the quiz. Test your knowledge. This quiz will challenge your memory and see how much you've learned. If you haven't reviewed the theory of natural selection or learned more about Darwin, you might want to do that first. If your brain is highly evolved, you should get all 10 right. No pressure. Okay, so I'll go to Darwin's bio first. Charles Darwin was born in February of 1809 in Shrewsbury, England. He studied medicine at University of Edinburgh in 1825 and later enrolled in Cambridge University in 1827 to study theology. From 1831 to 1836, Darwin journeyed aboard the HMS Beagle on a science expedition around the world and served as a naturalist on board. In South America, he discovered many fossils of extinct animals that were similar to modern species. And then they show a map here of the Galapagos Islands in South America. Origin of species. In 1835, the Beagle surveyed the Galapagos Islands. It was here that Darwin found many variations in plants and animals that eventually led to the formations of his theories. In 1859, Darwin published The Origin of Species, the book that introduced the world to his theory of evolutionary selection. He died in 1882. But he waited quite a few decades, actually, to publish that book because he knew it was going to be challenged. He knew he had to perfect the theory before he ultimately published it because he knew that people were going to criticize it. He knew that there were going to be people that were just like, this is so stupid. You are such a nutcase. And there were, and there still are, and ultimately, that's, it's their belief, and you can't really criticize what they believe in, It's just kind of up to you whether or not you believe that it's a real thing, the theory of evolution. But anyway, that's just, never mind. Evolution, an overall change of a population's gene pool over time through processes such as mutation and natural selection. And then natural selection, a process that explains how organisms with traits and genetic characteristics that are beneficial to survive in their environment are passed down to future generations while those less adapted dwindle in population. And then trait, a genetic characteristic among similar organisms in a species. Species, the basic classification in biology that describes a group of organisms that resemble one another and are able to reproduce among themselves. Variation. In biology, a difference in a characteristic or trait from one organism in a species to another in the same species. Reproduction. The process that enables organisms to generate new organisms to ensure continuation of the species. An offspring. The children of a parent. A descendant. So, let's just take the quiz. To answer quiz questions, just click on one of these selections. Good luck. Alright. In the first part of explanation for Darwin's theory of natural selection, every species exhibits what? Variations. Yep, there we go. What was the name of the ship that Darwin served as naturalist aboard from 1831 to 1836? The Beagle. Yep, there we go. Natural selection is only one of the processes of evolution. What is one other process that can cause change in a species over time? All of them. Incorrect. Well, yeah, I was going to guess mutation, but mutation can also cause changes in a species if the mutation is beneficial to survival. So let's just go back and see. Variations, Beagle, and then mutation. Yeah, that's the correct answer. I was gonna just select mutation, but all of the above kind of do makes sense, because if you don't reproduce enough, then that will ultimately dwindle your species down. And if a disease comes in and the animals aren't adapted to it, their immune systems can't handle it, then they're dead. But yeah, mutation is the most correct answer, so I can totally see where they're coming from. A species of organism has survived in a mild environment for thousands of years. Suddenly, the climate becomes much colder. Which of the following traits might help the species survive? Thick fur. Oh, all of them. Fur and a short neck will help keep it warm, and smaller size organisms require less food. Oh. Hmm. I did not realize that. So why would a short neck keep it warm, though? I can get the smaller size thing, but why would a short neck help keep it warm? Maybe it's because blood doesn't have to be pumped up as high to the head. I don't know. In 1835, Darwin studied variations in plants and animals on the Galapagos Islands. The islands are located off the coast of what major continent? South America. Which of the following traits might be passed from parent to offspring, but not necessarily be beneficial to the survival of the species? Um, which of the following? Oh, well, eye color is the most correct, but yeah, these ones would most likely help. It most likely would help. It probably wouldn't just do nothing. So, part 3 of Darwin's theory of natural selection states that life in the wild is competitive and organisms with the most beneficial traits will prosper. What is this commonly known as? Survival of the... I almost clicked survival of the fattest, but it's the fittest. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this has been joked about before. Outwit, outplay, outlast. I like that one. But survival of the strongest? No, not necessarily. Just because fitness does not equal strongness. Fitness means a certain trait that ultimately helps, harms, or, well, fitness describes a trait that ultimately helps a species. It describes the helpfulness of that trait. So, in what book did Darwin publish his main theories on evolutionary selection? The Da Vinci Code, Origin of Species. I've never heard of either of these books, but I don't know. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice? Yeah, okay. That was a weird random question. And why is there a bird playing a banjo? It doesn't make any sense. In the survival game, how long are you trying to keep your theoretical species alive and prospering? 100 or a million years. Not 100 million years. A million years. I wish this was a genetic variation in the game. That is so adorable. Scored 9 out of 10. Wonderful. Obviously, your brain is highly evolved. Good job on paying attention and learning about Darwin and natural selection. Thingus Academius. Um, I'm just going to get all of these wrong and see what they say about it. Every species exhibits variations. It's how a species can survive over time. This is the HMS Beagle. It was a very long trip. Hope he didn't get seasick. Actually, Charles Darwin did get seasick. So that didn't help at all. So, and then mutation can also cause changes in a species if the mutation is beneficial to survival. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Above. Oh, I gotta just stop randomly clicking and actually click the incorrect answers here. That'd be nice. All of them, fur and a short neck, will help keep it warm, and smaller size organisms require less food. Okay, so North America. South America. The Beagle voyaged to the Galapagos after securing supplies in Callao, Peru. I did not know that. And then long legs. Unless the female of the species likes pretty eyes, it's doubtful if eye color would aid in survival. Yeah, I can understand that completely, but you know, it's mainly the pretty feathers that will attract a female to a male bird. So, survival of the strongest, survival of the fittest, the ultimate game of Survivor. The Da Vinci Code. Origin of Species, although Descent of Man was also one of Darwin's books. Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Take the A train. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Never heard of that saying in my life. And then in the survival game, it's not called Who Wants to Live a Million Years for Nothing. That's so true. Okay, 0 out of 10. That guy over there, he scored a 3, and he eats rocks. Don't you want to score higher than him? Remember the questions you got wrong while you take a look at Darwin's principles one more time. Thingus Dedendus. Something like that. All right, cool. So that's basically everything here. Source Science Matters, Achieving Scientific Literacy by Robert M. Hazen and James Treffel, and produced by Swarm Interactive, Incorporated. Thank you, Swarm Interactive, for making this game. This is such an entertainingly adorable game, and I'm really glad that I came back and played this for an episode, because this is really fun. I think this is just going to be a one-off for me, but it was really fun just coming back and playing this game again, because I did play it a bit yesterday as I'm recording this video, I think. But it was just really cool to be able to play this game in an actual one-off episode. So thank you guys so much for watching this very special episode of my channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Could have sworn there was something I wanted to talk about involving my channel that I forgot to talk about last video, but I cannot remember for the life of me what that was. It's just completely blanking on me. So, maybe I'll remember it, maybe I won't, but, you know, ultimately I think I got everything that I needed to out of my system and to you guys in the last audio journey that I did. And again, if you guys want to see more of that, then let me know in the comments of that video. My question of the day for you is, what is your favorite animal? Leave that down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day!